Okay. Hi, Weola. This is my question. And hi, Kosta. My question is your inner being letting Weola come through, or is your inner being aligning with Weola as a group consciousness? And or is your inner being almost like kind of childlike and not as advanced as Weola, and it's like pure enough to say, okay, come on through, but I'm not sure as certain. I feel comfortable with you guys, but I'm not as certain as you, so I'm just going to kind of sit back and let you come through.
And so this conversation is really about who is who in your physical experience. And we're saying that which is life force is flowing through you and expressing itself through the mind, through the body, through your thoughts, and through your emotions. And how inclusive you get in the place of that which is your steady, or in the place which is that which is your quiet mind, can include wider and wider and wider and wider perspective. Everyone gets to that wider perspective. Everyone gets to see that they are that inner being. Everyone gets to see that they are that inner perspective. Everyone gets to see that they are that wider perspective embodied. And so you might call that inner being, but it's no different. It's just how wide you can open that up, how wide you can include that which is, with a little practice, you can get to the same place as Kosta is doing, and so many right now, where you include more of that, where that which is you, wider perspective embodied, let's use your terminology, that which is inner being embodied in physicality is so predominant at this moment. So predominant that there are no feedbacks about opinions and judgments and thoughts and beliefs, that expectations that Kosta might be having, especially on the topics like this. In other words, the feedback loop of processing and having any kind of reflection is out there, so you can have these reflections too. And so, to answer your question, this wider perspective embodied can feel to you as something, as a tiny part of this everything that exists, or it can feel to you like you've accessed everything that exists as is happening right now.
Okay, so I should just not be trying to figure it out or be in any kind of judgment on it. Just, I guess you can't really figure it out as far as like.
So what are you trying to figure out? We'll start with you in the place of you having inner being, and we're gonna say you are having the body. In other words, you, life force, are having the body. It is not other way around.
I think probably what resonates with me on it is that it would be me aligning with higher consciousness and being.
In other words, you're looking to make the distinction between the physical aspect of you and that embodied part of wider perspective. You call it higher consciousness, or you call it source, or God, or love, or everything that exists. And so there is the physical part, and then there is this little part of that source, and then there is all of it, the consciousness of the source. And we're saying is, you have access to all of it from that which you call the tiny part of inner being, which we say it's everything. Your inner being, it's you, life force, and can really include such a wide perspective that it can feel like you're holding the whole universe at the palm of your hands.
Thank you.
This was really a wonderful, we can call it groundbreaking conversation, not only for you, but everyone who will be listening to this particular segment of this broadcast. Really, really brilliant exchange.